Hey guys, so today I'm going to be painting random things in my room because I'm bored. So I've been feeling like painting for a long time now, and I didn't want to do any like separate videos for each of them because I thought that would be boring, so I'm just going to be painting on random things. But before we get started, I want to make a huge announcement, and that is that I'm going to be changing my channel name. I'm going to be changing it to Miyani Art. I won't be changing it right when you're watching this video. I'll make a whole nother video on that. So make sure to stick around till then if you want more information. So I actually have a huge bin of things I've been wanting to paint. So let's choose some items from that. So these are the first things that I'm going to be painting. These are some sort of like window kit, and it comes with a hook so that you can put it onto your window. So I've had this for 6 years, so I wanted to use it, and I thought that this was the perfect chance to finally do it. And the one I'm going to be doing is the lion one first. So right off the bat, that you can notice that I already did the lion's body and the face, and the hair is pink, and that is because since I've had this for 6 years, the paint actually like dried out, and the only ones were the orange, the pink, green, blue. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that all of the colors were working except yellow, and lions do need yellow because they're just yellow. Also, please do not mind that my background is going to be changing a lot throughout this whole entire video. Anyways, I'll show you guys the end result at the end of the video. So moving on to the next item, this one is a CD. I actually already painted on this, but I wanted to fix this up, especially since it's trash. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some of this gesso. I've seen so many people use it, and not only is it good for canvas painting, it's also good for painting on darker surfaces like I am. And I'm going to be painting this white either way, so I think that this would really help it out. I ended up doing a lot of layers of this, and it was very time consuming. Okay, it's finally time to paint the design, so I'm doing some nice pink roses or flowers. So the reason I'm doing this is actually not because I thought of it. I just had a whole palette of paint that I've been storing for a long time now, so I just wanted to use all the paint, and there were like 3 colors of red, so I got the idea of doing these flowers. Actually, most of these like designs were probably based off of me trying to use the paint from that, so if I didn't have that palette, I don't even know what designs I would have done. I was adding tons of shading, and then once I added the leaves and the centerpiece, everything came together because it gave the flowers a nice pop. So I really love how this one turned out, probably one of my favorites. Now, me painting the lion was pretty bad, but this one gets even worse. So I'm starting by gessoing this piece of wood. I've had it for a long time. Actually, I think I've had like all of these for a long time because they were just sitting in that bin for like forever. So for this one, I only ended up doing like 3 coats of gesso because I'm not going to be painting this white. I'm going to be painting rather a darker color, so I didn't really need the gesso. And the shape of this was a little bit like slanted, so I didn't know what to do for the design, so I just decided to do something normal, something that a lot of people would do, not anything super special that would have anything to do with the shape. So yeah, but I think with my terrible design that I did, that it doesn't even matter about the shape. And of course, we cannot forget the edges, even though I forgot to do them while I was doing the other layers.
Oh no!
Now it's time to sketch, and this is kind of where I messed up. The sketches were pretty good until I started painting though. So basically what I was trying to do was a chicken kind of like growing up and like going to places from the tiniest to biggest. I don't know, it was kind of just a weird idea, and clearly I do not know how to draw a chicken, but yeah. I also realized that I was saying chicken when I was supposed to be saying duck the whole time. So I was trying to do like a sun and the moon kind of like mixing together because it was small to big, but that idea didn't really work out, and I decided to just do a plain sky with some darker spots to give it a little bit more brush strokey look and blend them out together to just make a sky. Also, another thing that I noticed was la lava, la lava, la lava. Well, what I actually noticed instead of la lava was that I accidentally poured way too much paint, which isn't really something that important, but I saved it up and used it for the next day for stuff that I was continuing to paint. Anyways, I don't think that anyone really wants to watch me just paint a sky for the next like 40 seconds, so let's just skip ahead till I paint the ducks. Okay, so here we are. One of them looks really weird, but gets better. No, it actually gets worse. So this was probably the worst thing that I painted throughout the whole entire thing. I asked several people what it looked like, and I got a lot of different answers. None of them were ducks. I took some orange and did kind of like a baked type of look where it came in from the shading on the sides. You couldn't really tell on the first layer, but once I did the second layer, it was a lot more visible. I wanted to do this because the background was all brush strokey, and I wanted to add that to the ducks so that it matches as well. And like I've been saying throughout this whole entire videos, these ducks were really bad. So if we can get this video to 35 likes, I will literally fix them up in any sort of way. Maybe not paint them, but draw them or make a craft with them. And if you have any type of suggestions, then make sure to comment them down below, and I might just do your idea. I know 35 likes is a lot and we probably might not get there, but if you guys really want me to fix them up, then make sure to hit that like button. So those spikes were actually supposed to be like some fluff on the duck, but they're spikes, and the one on the left side is bigger than the one in the middle, but the middle one should be way bigger than the one on the side. And I went over it so many times and I messed up so many times that they literally doubled in size from what you see them right now. I think that if I left them like it is right now, it would have been at least better, but the one on the side changed a lot. And since my original design was to do like the ducks going to places, I was doing a mountain, but I immediately realized that I didn't want that at all. So I just decided to go in with the mouth and the details of the face. And like I said before, the one on the left side changed a lot, which it definitely did. I don't really like the shape of that one. And ooh, I'm going in for the eyes. This is where things get a little weird. So the big one now looks like a ghost. The middle one just looks weird. The one on the left side kind of just looks like a dummy, and the one that's tiny just looks like a ghost ant. And then I decided to go in with my white and to add details and highlights to the mouth, and they were really weird, especially the one at the very top. So this is why I kind of hated this one. Apart from that, I decided to just move on and do way better drawings than that. So the next one I painted was a hotel card, and I ended up doing like 2 or 3 layers of gesso for this one because I was doing a light color of paint, and that was yellow for the background. And this was from that same paint palette that I wanted to use up the paint of. And for this one, I didn't really have a plan. I was just going with random ideas, and so I decided to do a glitch effect. I actually saw a video on this for Procreate tutorial, but I wanted to paint this instead. And I think that if I had a dotting tool, I could have done this way better because the lines were just so wobbly. And now to talk about what I'm actually painting here. It's a very good message, and I think you should follow it. You won't regret it. Self-promotion. I decided to do those classic colors for a glitch effect, and that was red and blue. I could have done pink and green and many other colors, but I decided to go basic. And here is the final product. No, I'm gonna redo that, but I'll show you guys at the end of the video. Okay, moving on to the next one. This one was that tray, and as you can see, this was the same design I did for the CD. This was my original design, but I kind of just didn't even want to paint this anymore. I kind of hated it, so let's just move on to the mini canvas. So for this one, I was doing a fruits theme. I knew for sure that I wanted to do a fruits theme for one of them, but I didn't know what to paint with it. So I decided to do it for the mini canvas because this one was the last one. Anyways, you're probably wondering why I do not want to paint on that tray. That was just such a clean finish, and I think it already looked good, like just plain white, because I mean, I don't even know what I'm supposed to use it for, and I feel like if I paint something on it, I would not use it because I would cover it up by putting something on it, and there's really no use of doing that. I feel like in every different video I play like different sorts of music. Like for this one I did like pop music, and then in some of them I do like super happy and playful music. But I guess it kind of just depends on the type of video I'm doing, but I don't know how painting relates to any of the stuff that I'm talking about in the first place. Anyways, I think the kiwi and the peach were definitely the worst ones because the peach was just a big orange blob, and then the kiwi was just another green blob, and I also had another green blob at the bottom that I painted later on. And the lemon, I don't even know what's going on with the lemon. I think I reversed the colors there. I didn't know what to do with the sides, so I added more random blobs of different colors. So if you know any more fruits, please tell me what they can be. I covered up those pencil lines with some white paint so that everything would just be finished and cleared out. I took so long on these objects, even if they look a little bit weird, but there's just one more step that we have to do. Here are all the items. This first one is the lion, the next one is a CD. I really love this one. This one's probably one of my favorites. And the next one is the subscribe button. You should probably do so. And the next one is the canvas. I really love this one as well. And we cannot forget the duck one. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this very long video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!